Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. The stock is IXHL, Inconex Health. We traded today, I guess the day ended like around 0.4040 cents. And I've been watching it very closely. And what looks like what is happening is that, 3 trading days ago on Friday, it was at 50 cents. It was at 0.50. Today it's at 0.40. It looks like it cracked that 0.40, is eating up stop losses and that liquidity level all day long. And so that's, we know where we're at. Hopefully in 3 days it's not going to be down to 0.30, but it may be. It might be. Look, there's a tremendous amount of dark pool activity, short interest that is taking place, lots of manipulation. The bottom line is, though, it's still the best setup there is that I can find right now. I know that sounds insane, but I haven't sold at this level, and I don't plan on. I took profit at the top, and then I've been reinvesting, and you know, I still think that there's not a better stock that I could be a part of. And in my own opinion, I think that I'm getting to know this stock so well by watching it and charting it every day. I'm also getting to know how the company works, the way the CEO behaves, how they dilute and their kind of their behavior and then notification. Just the general psychology of the dynamics behind the stock. We also saw over the last 24 hours or 48 hours some of the institutional investors. I didn't really see anything too impressive there. It was like 100, 200,000 shares. That's something that me and you can buy. Those are retail numbers. We're not seeing millions of shares, right? So I'm just relaxing. I'm still, the channel. My TikTok is called Pray Trade Repeat. My entire life is based on the most important thing in my life is the maintenance of my spiritual condition, and nothing comes before that. So I pray and I meditate a couple times a day, and then I also trade, and I've been doing really well at it, and I've been getting really lucky. Um, I still believe I'm in the best setup possible. Um, if it follows the pattern that it's following, which it won't, because stocks don't follow patterns like this, right? But if it did follow the pattern that from Friday at 50 cents, today at 40 cents, then it would be Friday at 30 cents and next Wednesday at 20 cents, right? That's if it continues to follow the bearish destruction pattern, that the dark pool activity, the shorting, and the capitulation of some retail people. Some people are they're pulling the plug. They're going to jump in other things. We got to remember we're all in different levels of trading. Some of us are beginners, and some of us have a little more experience. Some of us are very experienced. I fall in. I started in 2021 in the GameStop era, and it took me years to learn how to trade stocks specifically, and definitely biotech stocks, because you know I just want anyone who's frustrated out there to know that, first of all, your your patience and your doesn't go unnoticed, right? If you're still in the stock, I mean, I admire you, because I think that anyone that hasn't sold and is still holding through all this, this is the learning experience. This is the journey. They say it's not the journey, it's the destination. This is the journey. The journey is this holding pattern, because when the stock pops again, when the shorts let go, and when a news catalyst comes in, whether it's going to be they're going to announce that they're going to announce the earnings date, right? They'll do stuff like that. They're going to announce other information about the GAD, about the general anxiety drug. They'll say they're going to announce the commencement formally of the phase 3 trial. They're going to announce other mergers or partnerships or et cetera, right? And they're going to do these things, and the stock is going to turn around. So all of you out there that are holding, I see you, and I admire you and I respect you for holding. And this is how real traders are born. This is the work right here. This is the work. And for me, what I've been doing is just staying busy, staying grateful. I pray, I meditate, I go to the gym. I go to I'm a recovering addict, so I go to 12-step meetings. I try to help people. I live my life. And I also scan about 12 other stocks, and not a single one of them, I have them all on my watch list, and every one of them, I chart them all out every morning, and nothing looks like I want to jump into it right now. You have stuff like CXAI. It looks, they have an earnings report coming up on Tuesday next week, and it's like, oh, well, that looks good. It's only, $19 million market cap. It's trading at 90 cents. That's a low float banger right there. What if they have a great earnings report? That could explode. But still, I'm not taking a position because I would rather have my war chest ready for IXHL if it hits 20 cents or 24 cents, because I know it's going to turn around right after that. And it's just going to shoot up. And I want to be leveraged in. I want to have as many shares as I can. This time around, I want to have hundreds of thousands of shares if it hits 20 cents. If I can average down when it gets down there, man, do I want to pick up some shares. I'm going to pick up as many as I can. So I'm not even going to make a play on things like CXAI or LAES. LAES trading under $3 for the first time in months. I looked into that one too. The fundamentals aren't even there anyway. It's like it's still years away from being able to. But that stock will pop. That stock will go from, 240. If you can get it at 240, it's going to go to 340. And if you buy a couple thousand shares, you make a couple $1,000s. So there's opportunities that I'm not jumping into. They're looking at SMCI's down $10. You got Open just tanked because of a bad earnings, or in the housing market's just not going well right now. So there's tons of red stuff that I could jump into right now. I'm not touching any of it. I'm loyal to IXHL. We all are starving. Everybody wants to know what everyone else knows so that we can kind of put ourselves at ease, that we have enough information to relax and understand that we're okay. We're going to be okay. Look, we're okay. We're okay. We're in one like the first oral sleep apnea medication, groundbreaking drug, right? Anyone who's saying anything about Apnimed and AD 109, that drug, that's a stimulant drug. It's not safe. It doesn't have the same safety profile. We're in a stock, and we're holding. And hopefully, if you're smart, well, I'm not financial advice. I'm going to load up as many shares as I possibly can. You know what I mean? I'm going to put everything I own into this stock, and I'm going to drive for Grubhub and DoorDash and do whatever I have to do. I'm doing extra work. I'm doing extra work on a movie tomorrow. I'm doing whatever I have to do to continue to have that war chest ready to deploy, because we're watching. This is how you trade smart. Obviously this is what stocks do. People load up they load up at 8 cents, 18, 22 cents. And they wait and they build and they research and they watch, and it goes up. It starts to go up, and then it pops all the way to 160. And you set your tiered limit sell orders up there. You've done it for months ago. You did it, and when you wake up one morning and you see that you took profit, you didn't even realize you did it because you already had your tiered limit sell orders, and you never used stop losses. I never use stop losses on the stock because I don't use stop losses on a stock that I know is an amazing stock. These are the stocks that I get into. I don't get into stocks that I need stop losses. If you want to day trade, some psychotic setup with